Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for joining me today. My name is Marcos Rivera. I'm a real estate broker here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And today we're going to be talking about how buying real estate affects your financial picture today or over the next 15 to 30 years. So whether you're looking at buying your first home and you want to know how the numbers work out, if you're saving money, if you're building equity, or let's say you already own your own home and you're looking to invest maybe in a rental. I just want to help you guys understand the big picture and what the numbers look like. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I want you guys to do is go to gaar.com, Gaar.com, and click right here, start searching listings. Click the central. And right here we have a property search for available properties. And it's probably going to show you Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, Tijeras. What we're going to do, set the price range to $150,000. With rental properties, we can make it go up to about $170 in order to make the numbers work. But let's stay right here in this $150,000. Type is residential. Go ahead and leave it there. Beds, we want at least 3 bedrooms. Click update, and it's going to show you all the properties within those search criteria. Go ahead and look at some of the pictures, maybe drive by a couple of these, or if you want to preview them, you say, hey Marcos, I want to go check some of these out, you can always reach out to me and we can go preview some properties or we can give you some more advice. So let's say we pick this one on Ponderosa. Ponderosa, 4608. So just start inputting the information into our spreadsheet here. And to get a hold of this spreadsheet, just email me at MarcosRiveraRealEstate@gmail.com or give me a call. All my info is right here and we'll get you this spreadsheet. So you can play with the numbers at home and crunch the numbers on your own. Property price, even though it's listed at $149,990, let's say you ask me to be a realtor, and since we're real estate ninjas, we pick up this property for $145,000, save you a couple bucks. Let's make that dollars. And let's make it bold since it's an important number. Okay, so moving along. Current interest rate, even though I've seen interest rates as low as 3.66, let's say for conservative numbers, interest rate of 3.85%. Years financed, typically you're going to do a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Down payment. So what we want to do here is calculate the amount of money that you're going to need for a down payment. Different loan programs offer different down payments. Usually you need to do at least 3%. There's some down payment assistant programs where you can only do like $500 down and get into your property. But in this case, we're going to do 3% of the loan amount equals this number times 0.03. So we're going to help you get into this home for $4,350 down payment. So what that means is the amount you're borrowing is going to be equal to the total amount minus the amount that you put down. So we're borrowing $140,650 from the bank. Now, right here is where it starts to get fun. What we're going to calculate here is your estimated future value after 15 years. We're going to assume 3% appreciation, even though New Mexico average over the last 30 years has been closer to 5%. We're just going to be conservative and do 3%. So how you calculate that is equal to the present value divided by 0.64. So this number is going to show you what your property will be valued at in 15 years, assuming the 3% interest rate, 3% growth rate. Now, I don't have a crystal ball. This is not financial advice. I am not a predictor of the future. This is just an example of what could happen. So we bought the property at $145,000 today after 15 years with 3% per year appreciation. We're looking at $226,000 after 15 years. That's pretty nice, guys. So instead of paying rent for the next 15 years and not having anything in the bank or equity to show for it, you can buy this particular property. And after 15 years, you have $226,000 in value, assuming, all this stuff right here. Pretty cool. Looking good so far, right? Looking good. Now we're going to calculate the kind of the business end, how much you're going to be able to rent this out for if you decide to rent it. So the next website I want you to go to is usmortgagecalculator.us. Ignore everything at the top and put in your home value. The home value is, what did we say, 145? We picked it up for 145. $145,000. Your down payment is going to be 3% of that. So your mortgage is going to be, mortgage amount, your borrowed amount is 146.50. That matches right there, 146.50 and 46.50. Let's use your interest rate, 3.85%. And if you've been talking to a mortgage lender already and they've quoted you a rate, put your rate right there. Leave this default, because you're going to amortize it for 30 years, paying monthly, right? Now, leave all this, and right here is going to be your monthly principal. Total monthly payment is what you're going to be paying. So let's just put those numbers in here. Principal and interest, $659. This is going to be equal to the estimated taxes. Taxes is $151 plus your insurance. Homeowners insurance is $42 plus your private mortgage insurance is $120. There's a reason that this says you're paying until October 16th, 2024. That's when you will have paid off 20% of the loan, and then you will no longer have to pay that. So total estimated monthly payment is going to be equal to principal and interest plus estimated taxes and insurance and PMI. $972. This is $973. I didn't put the change in over here, but we're right at the same amount. That's what you're going to pay monthly. Some of you might be thinking, well, shoot, I pay $900 a month in rent. Might as well get into a property. Hey, that's a reasonable. That's a good way to think about it. So, let's say you want to rent this out. And estimated monthly income. If you call me and say, hey, Marcos, I want to rent this out, or I want to live in it, and maybe 5 years from now I'll rent it out. We're going to pick a property that's going to be able to rent for more than what you're paying, right? And I'll be able to crunch those numbers. We'll be able to find a property that's going to rent. We're going to rent it for more money than this number right here than what it costs you. So let's say it's going to be, let's say we can rent it out for $1,200. But it's going to cost you 10% for a property management company so that you don't have to collect rent, fix the leaky faucets, or take phone calls at 2 a.m. because of something happening. We're going to pay that 10%. The rental management cost is equal to this number times 10%, $120. So after you pay the mortgage off and you pay that property management company, your monthly positive cash flow is going to be equal to I minus H plus J, close parentheses. Check it out. After you pay the mortgage and the property management company, you have $108 left over at the end of the month. Now you can go to dinner at your favorite steakhouse, or you can save that money and apply it to the principal, which is going to save you a ton of money in the end. We'll look at that picture. We'll look at what that does for you. Go back over here, guys. Total of all payments. What this is telling you is when you make your payment every month for 30 years, you're paying the bank a total of $327,000, even though you only borrowed $140,000. I don't know how you feel about that, guys, but when I found that out, I said, hey, I don't want to give them $327,000 if I'm only borrowing $140,000. That's how they make their money. Now, this is called compounding interest. Now, I'm not going to explain to you what that means, but I'm going to tell you what Mr. Albert Einstein said about that. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. Now that you understand it, You're going to earn it. You're going to rent this out, and you're going to collect that instead of the bank. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply this $108 that you have left over to your payment. So remember this number, $327,000 is what you're paying the bank. But if you add that $108 a month as an extra payment, look what's going to happen. Look what's going to happen. Instead of paying them $339, you're only paying them $283. So you're saving $17,000 plus 39. We'll call it 40 and 17 is 57. You're saving $57,000 by sending an extra $100 a month. You'll probably pay your mortgage off. That'll probably save you 5 to 7 years on your mortgage. Instead of paying for 30, you're going to pay now for 25 or 23, somewhere in there. So congratulations. Now you've saved 50 grand just by sending an extra $100 a month. Isn't that incredible? Okay, let's go back to the spreadsheet. We're going to calculate your return on investment. Right here, all you have to do is put in your number for K, $108, C, put in your number for C, wow, look at that, 30% return on investment. That's kind of cool. So the amount that you invested is your $43.50. In your first year, you're making 30% on that money. I don't know, in this particular example, I don't know anywhere where you can get that kind of return on investment. So congratulations, guys. Now you're making money. You have return on investment. That's just incredible. I don't even know how to. That's awesome. So you guys, I want to thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for tuning in. I hope this was valuable. I hope this was useful. I hope this was useful for you. If you have any questions, if you want this spreadsheet, if you need the websites again, or you want me to help you find a property, you can email me at MarcosRiveraRealEstate@gmail.com. Just put in the subject line investment home or first time home. And if you're already in a property and you want to know what it's worth, just go to www.homevalueinto.com/Albuquerque. That's going to give you a value estimator. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but it takes maybe 30 seconds and you'll have a property. I am Marcos Rivera with Coldwell Banker Legacy. All my information is here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this was valuable. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.